is it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store's mid-year sale is coming to an end. Not a big deal, as we know that another PlayStation Store sale will be taking its place, but there are a couple of deals, one in particular that I really want to highlight before the sale wraps up. This deal at the top, and we'll get through a couple deals, but first of all, we have Frostpunk Complete Collection. It is 90% off for $4.49, which is already a fantastic, let me reiterate, fantastic deal. I cannot say enough good things about $4.49 for Frostpunk Complete Collection. That's a tremendous deal. If you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber, however, you'll save an additional 5% and you'll get the game and the collection for $2.24, which is just insanity. That is just pure insanity in terms of the value that you're getting out of the deal. Even if you're not a Plus subscriber and you don't have any intention of subscribing to Plus, this is still a ridiculously good deal that I would highly, highly recommend. If you are a Plus subscriber, absolutely no-brainer. Honestly, one of the best deals. For Plus subscribers, one of the best deals I have ever seen on the PlayStation Store. And you could even make that argument for the base price of $4.49. I've talked about Frostpunk quite a lot on this channel. I think incredibly highly of it. Now, it is a city builder survival game. So games like this are more akin to keyboard and mouse and on PC. So you do have Frostpunk making the transition to the PlayStation style of controls, but they do make a good enough transition to the PlayStation controls, and it's a serviceable game in terms of control layout, especially given the price point that you're paying here. Frostpunk is an outstanding game in the sense that while it is a city builder, it's a game that really leans more so on emotionally gripping you, and I think it does a tremendous job at that, where there's a lot of tension in the decision making that you're going to make. The setting is incredible, and it's a very, very dark and grim game that you gotta get through, which 11-Bit Studios seems to do a really good job of setting that kind of tone with their games, given their work on This War of Mine as well. The game notes offering players a complex strategic challenge alongside a rich narrative featuring an alternative take on the 19th century Industrial Revolution. Frostpunk weaves a story of how our planet mysteriously freezes, putting an end to civilization as we know it and forcing the human race to adapt to the harsh conditions. As the leader of possibly the last civilized society on Earth, you're going to build the city your survivors live in, discover new technologies, explore frozen wastelands, and more importantly, manage and rule society to prepare it for life in an unforgiving world. Whether you're an enlightened ruler or an iron fist tyrant, you'll discover choices in this world aren't as easy as they seem, and that's one of the key elements of this game. The decision making is consequential and even like heartbreaking at times. Maybe that's a little bit of a stretch to say heartbreaking, but you get the idea in terms of you'll actually think about the decisions you make because there's gonna be ramifications to it, and that holding power over people has a cost as heavy as the responsibility you feel in caring for them. Shape your society, establish laws that regulate the existence of your growing society, decide on their working routine, healthcare, food provision, and other crucial aspects of everyday life. Maintain their hope and contentment. The moral condition of your society is as important as securing the basic means to keep them fed and safe. If you reach a turning point, do not hesitate to determine the path of your people. Should you rule them with an iron fist or show them a way of compassion and faith, reach for extremes or try to find a fair balance. Some of your decisions will seem small, like deciding the fate of a troubled citizen or meeting the demands of a newborn faction, but beware that the sum of your doings can lead to unexpected results, and that's what this game does really well as well. It's this decision-making, how it's weaved overall into how the game plays out, leading to a lot of replayability inherently with games like this. And with the complete collection, you do get all of the DLC content as well, which is tremendous. From a value standpoint, the deal is outstanding, and I would highly, highly recommend it. Alright, moving on from Frostpunk, which I would say is without a doubt the best deal, honestly, in this entire sale. If you are a Plus subscriber, even if you're not a Plus subscriber, it's incredible. There are a lot of other good deals. Want to highlight some of the deals under $2, $3, $5, so let's just get right into it. Fury Unleashed is 90% off for $1.99. So pretty cool action roguelike title with a really slick comic book aesthetic. I think the comic book aesthetic is what makes it stand out the most. Ever-changing comic book, explore the pages of a living comic book where ink is your most valuable resource and each room is a comic panel. Find out why John Kowalski, creator of Acclaimed Fury Unleashed series, is having a creativity crisis and see if you can help him deal with it. Gameplay impacting combo system, kill enemies quickly enough to unleash your fury and rip through everything in your way without getting injured. Learn to play flawlessly and beat the entire game in one epic combo. Game customization options, choose either the challenging hard mode, which will put your skills to the test, or easy mode, where you can adjust the difficulty parameters any way you want. Beat hard mode to unlock access to even harder, incredible, and legendary modes as well, offering a bit of replayability there. $1.99 for Fury Unleashed. Next up, a narrative-driven title that I really enjoyed, Firewatch, is 80% off for $3.99. Now, Firewatch is not for everyone. You need to know what you're getting yourself into. It is very much a walking sim, no action-heavy gameplay. It's only a few hours long, but man, narratively, art direction, atmosphere, this game, I think, is tremendous. The year is 1989. You're a man named Henry who has retreated from your messy life to work as a fire lookout in the Wyoming wilderness. Preached high atop a mountain, it's your job to look for smoke and keep the wilderness safe. An especially hot, dry summer has everyone on edge. Your supervisor, a woman named Delilah, is available to you at all times over a small handheld radio. Your only contact with the world you've left behind, but when something strange draws you out of your lookout tower and into the world, you'll explore a wild and unknown environment as well, facing questions and making choices that can build or destroy the only meaningful relationship you have. A stunningly beautiful wilderness environment that expands as you explore. And also, while this game is north of a decade old, the art style has just aged so gracefully, and I think it looks so great. I always think this kind of aesthetic, like that watercolor look, it just looks really, really good and just ages really well. So definitely still a gorgeous game to look at. A tailor-made story, the choices you make shape the narrative and build relationships, an edge-of-your-seat mystery, and secrets and discoveries to be made over every hill. I will say this, and this was a big talking point when Firewatch came out, the ending is a little bit lackluster, so keep that in mind. But yeah, $3.99 on that I think is quite good. Indigo Prophecy, 85% off for $2.24, plus subscribers will get it for $1.49. Look, Indigo Prophecy was one of the very early games by Quantic Dreams, and Quantic Dream games just have a tendency to show their age a lot more than other games, and Indigo Prophecy absolutely shows its age. Janky camera, janky gameplay in general, but in terms of the narrative, I still think it's very compelling to go into it in that regard. A paranormal thriller, New York City is stunned by a series of mysterious murders that follow the same pattern. Ordinary people become possessed and kill absolute strangers in public. Play both sides of this breathtaking murder conspiracy and uncover the supernatural forces behind these crimes. $2.24 I think is a pretty good deal, and again, $1.49 if you are a Plus subscriber. Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition, 75% off for $3.74. One of the Metroidvanias that I feel like deserves more attention, and I mean, when you talk about Metroidvanias and games like this, there's just so much competition that even a really charming, well-done game like Guacamelee hasn't gotten a ton of attention, or attention at the level that I feel like it should get, because there's a lot of comedy, there's a lot of style to it. You play as a luchador, and it does a great job being inspired by Mexican culture and all of that, and I just think aesthetically it's a great game. Non-stop fighting action, an extensive move list, including Intenso and the Rooster Uppercut, multi-dimensional platforming, swap between the worlds of the living and the dead, combat moves that double as movement, a diverse world featuring lively towns, dark forests, and fiery volcanoes as well. Guacamelee, definitely check that out, $3.74 on that. Next up, Mark of the Ninja, 75% off for $4.99. Often go to bat for this game if you're remotely a fan of action stealth titles, or even if you're not, just go play this game. It is such a well-done game. Art direction is fantastic. You've got the DLC included in this remastered version, and once again, another game that from a visual standpoint has aged really well. Gameplay is still worthwhile as an action stealth game, and for $4.99, a great pickup there. Then we've got Cloudpunk, 85% off for $3.74. This is more of a exploration delivery title. It's not something that's action heavy. It's more so taking in the scenery and atmosphere, explore an immense vertical cyberpunk city with your hover car and on foot, unravel mysteries in a world of corporate conspiracy, hackers, and rogue AI through the eyes of Rania. Meet a diverse range of characters and immerse yourself in their everyday lives, and your decisions will have a lasting impact as well. Cloudpunk, available for $3.74. And lastly, we do have Deadlight Director's Cut, 85% off for $2.24. Set in apocalyptic 1986, a zombie outbreak has brought humanity to its knees. You play Randall Wayne, a father searching the destroyed streets of Seattle for his family. You'll encounter many life-threatening situations, but combat isn't always the answer against the undead. Fight back using scarce resources or hide and sneak past them utilizing the environment. Deadlight Director's Cut is the ultimate Deadlight experience now with improved gameplay, controls, and extra game modes as well. Fight or run from zombies. Uncover the fate of Randall's family as he searches Seattle as well. Deadlight is available for $2.24. And that is gonna do it for me. Again, that Frostpunk deal I think is absolutely outstanding, especially if you're a Plus subscriber. I mean, even if you're not a Plus subscriber, that deal is really good, but to get all the DLC and the base game for $2.24 with a Plus subscription is insane. $4.49 for it is still very, very good. A lot of other great deals available right now as well, all on the super cheap side. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.